Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Marie Plotowski Beals, and I'm a certified business analyst with the SBDC here at Yavapai College. And I'm happy to be here today with my fellow team member, John Manning, also a certified business analyst with the SBDC. John has been certified in artificial intelligence best practices and has been named our team's AI for small business expert. We're going to take some time this morning to visit with John to learn a little bit more about AI, why it's important, and how businesses can use it for better efficiency and to help them remain competitive in this changing environment. So, John, let's dig in.
Sounds great.
So AI has become such a big buzzword lately. Can you start by helping us understand what AI really means for small business owners?
Yeah, so when I hear people talk about AI, I hear different things from them, but a lot of people might imagine robots or big tech or the Terminator, Skynet, something like that. But for small business owners, AI is just simply a new tool or a kind of helper. What I really like about it, it can help write, organize, summarize, brainstorm, plan. It just works fast. It works all day. Doesn't get tired. It's suddenly it's having like a version of yourself who handles one boring thing or time-consuming task while you focus on other parts of your business and helps you make money.
Well, I love the fact that it doesn't get tired because by the end of the day, I'm fried, right?
Right? Me too.
What are a few simple everyday ways that small businesses, especially those in smaller towns like less urban area regions like where we are in Yavapai County, can start using AI like right now?
Yeah, you know what? AI has become really valuable to me personally. I use it every day at work. But for small business, especially, in our rural communities, the most powerful uses I think that I see them doing is turning a rough idea into a clean idea, or maybe cleaning up that email, helping you out on proposals. It can summarize documents and policies really quick. So if you get somebody's really long email and you want it just to get summarized, it can do that for you. Turning your messy note into a clean note, or your photo, your paragraph, make a clear checklist. So it's a lot of things that it can do. It's just really helping out with understanding what you need and how it can shrink your work down into minutes instead of hours.
Wow, it's awesome, right? Many small business owners are pressed for time and resources, right? So, from my experience, from what I'm hearing, they don't actually feel they have the time to explore AI tools. How can AI tools actually help save time and cut costs without requiring a big investment or even a tech background?
Yeah, you know what? That's like one of the biggest misconceptions, is that you don't have to really learn AI for the simple day-to-day tasks like rewriting an email or summarizing a document, organizing your thoughts. You don't need any training whatsoever, which is really cool. If you describe to the large language model, like let's say like a chat GPT, in plain English, AI can just start helping you immediately. It doesn't need to add to your workload. It takes off your work plate and then just helps summarize. Now, there are some deeper layers that you can explore later, like better prompting, creating an assistant, or building agents. Those are a little bit more knowledgeable, but those take on a little bit more learning, but you don't have to start there. Your optional tools are just to get to there when you're ready. AI meets you where you are, and you can start off in 5-minute tasks and save hours just on simple things.
I sometimes type so fast, and AI helps fix all my typographical errors. So I really appreciate that, so I don't look like a moron to somebody that I'm sending an email to. But anyway, can you share an example of a local or small business you've seen successfully use AI? Maybe something simple that made a big difference.
Yeah, so one of the really cool things is that one of the contractors I work with, when he goes on a job, he walks around the bid and he starts talking notes to his AI, who transcript everything he says. And he puts all his verbal notes in as he's doing it. He's not writing anything down. So the time that he's walking through is faster because he's not taking those notes physically. He's continuing to work through it, and then he'll take those notes back, and then he asks AI to clear it up into a job bid. And that just saves him about 20 minutes just right there on the walk around, and saves him about another 20 minutes creating the job itself. But he does it for his emails as well now, and other tasks that he does. And he says he saves about 5 hours a week now.
Wow. I mean, time is money. That's what they say, right? So for someone who's brand new to AI, what would be a good first step? Are there a few beginner friendly tools you'd recommend they try out?
Yeah, so some first steps for someone who's trying to brand, the starting off at a point and picking a task in your business, something small, something you normally put off, and you can let AI help. Like taking the email that you've been avoiding and ask AI to rewrite it clearly and professionally, turning a rough idea or a note to a social so you can actually use, uploading a photo of a handwritten note, and ask AI to make a clean checklist. So just as an example, when you take a picture of like a presentation, you can ask AI to take that presentation picture and put that all into text for you so you don't have to type it out. So you were talking about you being a fast typer. I'm a slow typer, so I love that. One of the other things is you can even ask AI to explain a product or a service in a way that's brand new that maybe a customer wouldn't get it. So maybe you understand your product one way, but you can ask the AI to think of different ways to think about that product. So you don't need training to do any of this. These are normal tasks. You can be ready to go. AI just does them faster, cleaner, and with less stress.
So, is there a piece of advice you'd give a small business owner who wants to stay ahead of the curve as AI continues to evolve?
Yeah, I would say don't avoid it. I think with the technology that's here today, it's been here already for years, and you may not even realize it. I was just having a conversation with somebody yesterday, and this was about 2 years ago, and I was talking to an AI chatbot, and I kept realizing like it wasn't really asking the question I was looking for, and then I finally realized that I was talking to an AI chatbot, and it took me a little while. So I've heard this before, but you don't have to be a master at AI. You don't have to become technical. You just have to be open to trying it. So I think that's the biggest cue I'd give is just be open to trying it. It's one of the fastest growing technologies that we have, and it's even faster than the iPhone or the smartphone. So I really think this is going to be something that's going to continue to stay here. We're probably going to see it in different ways, but only time's going to tell about that is. But we'll be the ones to be able to experiment with it, learn a few small things, and use AI to take back your time.
That's awesome. So, we're scheduling out several AI for business trainings. One is coming up later this week in Camp Verde. So, if you have time, join us at the Business Resource and Innovation Center tomorrow, November 19th from 12 to 1. We will also host additional trainings on AI in 2026. So, make sure you check our training schedule and stay tuned for more information on sessions available across Yavapai County, and which we will offer both in person and online. John, is there anything else you'd like to share?
I would say just don't be afraid of it. That's the only really thing. Just try it out. Start small. And I've used it since I started working here, and I can tell you it saves me a ton of time. And even if you don't use it for big things, you will find out that it can save you plenty of time for a lot of other things as well.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, John, for joining me today. I hope it goes without saying how incredibly excited we are all for you and how grateful we are that you've launched this timely and important business training in our region. The SBDC team offers no cost confidential consulting to businesses of all sizes and in all stages. Please reach out to us to schedule a meeting to discuss your needs. If you're looking to access capital for your business, we do have access to a network of lenders and microloan programs, including the Verde Valley Regional Economic Organization microloan program. and we can assist with those steps needed to apply. Thank you again for joining us this morning, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.